Hi, everyone. I am Raymond Sharp, and this is my lovely wife.
Tanisha Sharp.
And we're here to jump in. We want to tackle a topic or a phrase that we have been seeing and hearing on social media over the last few weeks and months. And I think it's something that, as a man, I want to help get understanding. I want to help the fellas out. And also, ladies, if y'all can bring clarity, I'm asking my wife a few questions about this. I saw a video and I've seen several spin-off videos to it. And a gentleman said the worst thing a woman can say if you're in a relationship with her is that she is bored. Again, that a woman saying, I'm bored. And with that, I want to get clarity because if from what I gather, I can understand how it can be dangerous, but at the same time, I think it's so open-ended that what does it mean when a woman says that she is bored?
Well, I can only really speak for myself. I don't want to speak for every woman, but if it was me and I felt like I was getting bored in a relationship, I may have outgrown him.
Okay.
That he's decided that he's not going to grow spiritually. He's not going to grow and go back to school. Develop himself or just grow in general as a person, mature as a person. That might be a reason I might get bored because it's like, okay, I'm in this by myself. Like I'm doing this thing by myself. Another reason I would get bored is maybe because what he used to do, he's not doing anymore. So like how he used to take me out on dates and be creative and do fun things, he's lost that part of him. And so I'm kind of bored now. I was excited. It was, it was great before. What happened? Like, and sometimes maybe that happens in marriage too. It's like, what did you do to get me? Like, that if not, get better at it. And so you were able to do it then. Like, what changed? I'll be bored if our conversations, like if we never overcome some of our challenges, we have the same disagreements and we never resolve anything. I mean, it's like, okay, what are we doing? I think I would get bored if we're not going anywhere. If our relationship isn't moving anywhere. It just seems like I'm wasting my time. I'm bored. I'm just bored. Like, I don't know. Not that you have to constantly entertain me, but whatever you did before was what you got, is how you got me. So let's keep that going. At least keep that going. And if you want to add more, that's fine, but for me, I think that will make me bored, is if you become stagnant and you refuse to change or grow or, meet me halfway or, want more out of the relationship too. Like if you want me to be your girlfriend for 20, 30 years, like I'm gonna get bored with that. Like I want to be a wife and I want to do, what I'm saying? So it's like stuff like that. It's like I get bored when things stop moving forward.
That's good. So fellas, the challenge is not, no, you did wonderful. Okay. The challenge is, fellas, for us not to be stagnant, for us not to be one-sided, for us not to be short-sighted, and for us to always remember to, put ourselves in position to put in the work, not just to get the lady that we are, the lady of our affection, but also to keep them as well. So I'm going to offer you a counterpoint to what you said.
Okay.
All right. Now, for some guys, and this is from personal experience and conversation with my peers, there are reasons why guys start to pull back on some of those behaviors.
Okay.
Okay. And it could be that maybe they see who, I always have believed that women can mask who they really are better than men. Some women can, not all, but some women can. And I think some men start to withdraw back because they start to see maybe your true nature, your true character. And that is like they're scared or concerned or like, this is not what I thought it was. And they're trying to find ways to withdraw. And you say, well, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. I think that sometimes there needs to be a question as to why. Not just I'm bored because you're not doing, but why aren't you doing these things that you did to get me?
But even if the question comes up, is he going to tell you?
That is, again,
is he going to tell you? Is he going to be honest and tell you? Like,
be honest, confront it.
Yep. Look, I'm drawing back because I'm starting to see a new side of you. Like, that's where the whole honesty comes in at. Like, I can work with honesty. Because then if I need to be confronted about something that I'm doing wrong, then That's what it is. Like that's a whole part of growing and maturing. And you know, how do I grow and mature if I can't handle
No, I agree.
what you tell me?
I completely agree with you. I think that I think that men need to stop being afraid of the person that they're with. Not being afraid of them, but their response. I think a lot of time with men, it's like, I would tell you more if you could, if you respond, if you can handle it. And it's not fair because you're really lying. If the person, what's wrong? You're not that I'm cool. You're lying, essentially. So your relationship is not, you're not getting what you need. She's not getting her needs met because there's a lot of untruth occurring and a lot of miscommunication going on. So with that, you make some very good points that, as far as a woman saying she's bored, and then think about some of the aspects that you said in regards to that. I initially thought that it meant that she wanted to entertain other guys.
Some cases they do.
Yeah, that's how
I'm speaking for myself. If I wanted to entertain someone else, I would just get out of the relationship.
Yeah.
And just, if I felt like this wasn't, was making me happy anymore, you know what I mean? I would just get out of it instead of wanting to cheat. I mean, instead of actually cheating, because that's just, that's how I would have handled it.
Right.
But some do want to entertain.
Yeah.
As I say, I can only speak for myself.
I wanted to. Let's add another layer to this. When girls say I'm bored, could they be saying, let me ask you that they're bored with the person that they're with only because they have started to entertain other guys and realize, oh, this guy's different?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So it's like, oh, I'm bored. And it's like, oh, well, why are you bored? But, she may or may not be willing to tell him the other side of that truth.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, it's like what do they call it? I can't think of it right off. But anyway, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think if we can get anything out of this, jump in.
Yeah.
Let's define boredom as it applies to you and your situation. Ladies, if you find yourself feeling like you are bored, let your man know. Fellas, if she says, look, I'm bored, you need to start asking some real honest questions and encourage honesty. And I think one thing that people are afraid of is that honesty. Because usually when people are honest, it's gonna position you where either you have to change or you're gonna lose this relationship.
Exactly.
You got to put that work in.
And I think as soon as the first time the person says I'm starting to feel like I'm bored, or they're starting to, you're starting to notice that they're not really feeling it anymore, that's when you're like, okay, what do I need to do? Mm-hmm. Being okay with that, realizing that it may be something that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And if there is something I do, hey, do you have any what can make this better? Asking the person and hoping that they will be honest. And then if you're just not getting anywhere with nobody, it's probably not you.
I think too, especially if you've been with someone for some years, you have to, we all grow at different paces. Mm-hmm. And just, sometimes we outgrow certain behaviors, we outgrow certain activities. It's honestly, constantly evolving with the person that you're with, that, we can grow together. There's a lot of things that, that was important to us that we did when we was younger. Mm-hmm. Now we're just like, what? Nah, man. Like it's I would say the complexity of our relationship has definitely shifted over the years. There's a lot of things that we do now that when we first got together, we'd be like, man, we joke about, I can't believe that we find joy in doing this activity or that activity. It's so many things now, but I'm grateful for the growth and for the maturity. Yeah.
And it's like, where are we growing? Or what are we doing? Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Are we wasting, I'm big on wasting time. I don't want to waste time. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. It's like, are you wasting my time? Mm-hmm. Are we really going to grow? Do you want to grow? Mm-hmm. So you want to go into, do you want more out of a relationship? Do you want to get married? What are we doing? Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes people are afraid to bring that up because it's like, okay, I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring that person. But it's still good to know, what ultimately do you want?
Let me ask you this.
Or am I wrong?
No, you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. I kind of thought about just certain phases that we've hit along the way, especially in regards to kids. How, I know we had a conversation that sometimes, we kind of felt stuck where we were because of the season that we're in,
Yeah.
because of what it required for that season, the amount of work, the amount of attention that we couldn't get to some other things that we wanted to do because it's like, no, this is the focus for the season, especially with children. You know, we spend a lot of time.
We felt stuck in the toddler.
Yeah.
Not able to go on dates. Let's be specific.
Yeah.
Not able to go on dates.
We had
of
to
course we're
fight.
past that now.
We had to fight to make time for that.
Ooh.
But like it's
then they went to school. We at least were able to do lunch dates.
yeah, we did a lot of lunch dates during that
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but it's I don't know. And to that point, you know, dates may look completely different, and it's like, you know, evolve and understand where you are. I think some people like they long for what things used to be, not for how things should be where
And
they
we
are.
have to understand it's a season. So that was just
Yeah.
a season. That was
Yeah.
what, 5 years?
Yeah.
5-6
So
years.
you tell somebody here you're gonna have to go through this for 5 years, they'll be like, oh my God. You know, but it you know, it is
but
what
I
it
got
is.
the rest of my life to,
Yeah.
to, you know what I'm saying, 5 years compared to like the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, you know, things aren't really bad.
Mhm.
It's just we're not able to date and have fun like, excuse me, like we used to.
Yeah. I think the awesome thing now is like when we're going on a date. And
Yeah.
one thing
That
we
was just a
we had to check our kids one time. They're like, man, y'all be going on dates. I'm like, you want a different mommy? They're like, no. I said, let me go on this date. And they're like, ooh. And now they're like, oh, Dad, you take a mommy out? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, good. Yeah.
I mean, we gotta, you know, we like hanging around,
Yeah.
hanging around each other and doing dates. But yeah, so stuff like that. When things get hard, things get frustrating. I mean, your situation might be a little different. I just know it was tough when we had toddlers, you know, just actually finding time to get out the house by ourselves
Mhm.
without babies hanging on us. Because we had a 1 and 2 year old, no, 3 and 4 year old and an infant. Once we had
3-year-old, 2-year-old.
3-year-old, 2-year-old,
And an infant. Yeah.
Let me say it again: 3-year-old, 2-year-old, and an infant.
Yeah.
That was a season that was like.
I would say this season
Oh,
right
it's
here
challenging.
is a little challenging. All the different schedules.
Yeah, all the different schedules.
Our schedules are different, and then the kids' schedules.
But at least we can break away when we need to.
We can, thank God.
We can break away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But you go through every relationship go through different seasons, and it's like you have to determine like, is this season worth me throwing it all the way? Because some people throw it all the way for a season.
Mm-hmm.
So just a rough patch, you know, something that's gonna, you know, you're gonna get through it, you know, within the next few years. But because it's so hard and it's so intense, it's like, you know, you're ready to throw it away. You got to be careful that you don't throw away a whole marriage or a whole relationship based off of a short period of testing and trials and just going through, you know. Because I mean, we went through some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we could have easily threw our marriage away.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we didn't,
Me too.
because it gets better.
Yep.
You know, it gets better. And I know one thing we've been pushing a lot lately is just even purpose. Finding purpose as a couple helps us get through some of our challenging times. Like when we're able to work together and, you know, do things and build something and grow something together, that's always like, it brings excitement to the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gives us something to look forward to. So
Yep.
that's another thing. So
That helps keep her from being bored.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially in a marriage. So like we've been married 18 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it can get, you know, day in, day out. I guess it could get boring, but we always are pursuing a business, or we're always, you know, working something together, you know, finding purpose together as a couple, which helps us like continue to dream and continue to strategize. And it just gets exciting because we're constantly talking about, you know, moving forward and building and growing versus the stuff that don't even matter. All the little issues. Oh, he didn't take out the trash, or he, you know, she didn't do this, or it's like we have bigger things to kind of be concerned about.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's good to have perspective,
Yeah.
ultimately.
Mm-hmm. And it's good to look forward to something exciting to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So look, fellas, we hope that this was helpful. You know,
I
listen.
answered your question.
Yeah, no, you did an excellent job. You know, if your lady said that she's bored, you know, have that tough conversation. And ladies, if you are bored, don't be afraid to tell them and be
Before it's
willing.
too late.
Yeah, be willing to define what that is, because
before it's too late.
A lot of people say, "Oh, I told you I was, I told you how I felt." It's like, did you really, or did you use this like a general term because you didn't want to get into the details? I'm gonna encourage you all to get into the details so you can get the real answers. You can know what the real issues are, so you know exactly what to do. So until next time, I am Raymond Sharp. This is
Tanisha Sharp,
and we want you to jump in. We also want you to, if you need more information, if you are very, very interested in what we are discussing, we do have we have a membership program. I want to encourage you all to check that out. Until next time, y'all take care. We'll be back to y'all soon.